consent judgment is essentially an agreement between parties that has been entered by a judge and is enforceable in court. Here we're dealing with two consent judgments. One of them entered in 1999, the other one entered in 2004. There we go. Yeah, we had the first lawsuit was filed back in 99, and this was as a result of a number of problems dealing with issues relating to releases to streams, some of the issues relating to land applications. Frankly, many of these issues have been dealt with during the course of the application of the consent judgment in the last 10 years. Go ahead. In 1999, PSF first agreed to the implementation of next generation technology. They were, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, no, just go ahead. In there was a definition of what next generation technology is. It's systems that reduce or eliminate the release of contaminants, odors, or pollutants and from all operations. Okay. That 1999 consent judgment also established the management advisory team, and sometimes referred to as the expert team or the expert panel. These are the gentlemen on that panel. The expert team is 3 voting members selected by the parties. PSF and both PSF and the state made recommendations as to who the members of the expert panel should be and reached an agreement on who the members should be. And that membership has not changed since the time that this process began. Go ahead. I've introduced the panel members, so let's go on to the next one. All right. In the first few years following the implementation of the consent judgment, the state was still not satisfied with some of the progress. There was a second lawsuit filed in 2002. Go ahead. In 2004, the language in the consent judgment relating to the team changed slightly. At that point, the agreement, PSF agreed to implement next generation technology as determined by the management advisory team and implemented by the deadline of July 31st, 2010. So one difference now is that it is the expert team determining next generation technology based on the submissions by PSF to the expert team. The 2004, another significant thing with respect to the team process is that the 2004 consent judgment extended the date for compliance until July 31st, 2010. So, one final slide. Essentially, the point we're at right now is, in a sense, 2 tracks. One of them is the team process. The expert panel process has been going on for the last 10 years. And then we've got the issue of what will happen at the conclusion of this period after July 31st, 2010. When the Attorney General was here back in February, he was speaking really about the second of these 2 things. The expert panel is here to talk about what has been going on in the past and also what will be going on over the next few months with regard to the expert panel process and the development of next generation technology. So with that, I will hand it off to Mike Williams. Professor Williams will talk a little bit about where we are in terms of next generation technology. on the Attorney General's website if people would be interested in seeing them. If you go to the Attorney General's website, there's a pull-down menu for agriculture and environment, and you'll see environmental enforcement. If you go to that page, you'll find the consent judgments there if you're interested in seeing them.
Thank you, Jack. Again, I'm Mike Williams, a member of this so-called expert team, and really appreciate the opportunity to be here this evening. Sincerely appreciate this turnout. I'm going to share with you over the next 15 minutes. And by the way, I'm the one that drew the shortest straw. That's why I'm doing this from the team perspective. So I hope that I meet their expectations. Again, really appreciate your participation, because we've been doing this for 10 years now, and the agreement specifies that there will be at least one public meeting per year. And I have participated in probably 8 of those over the past 10 years, and it is just really good to see a good turnout. You are not here to listen to me and the team. You are here to ask questions and provide comment. We are here to receive those questions and comment, and we hope to make this an educational experience and worth your valuable time to come this evening. And again, I'm going to very concisely go over from the team's perspective what the interpretations of this consent agreement are. I've been involved in a similar agreement in North Carolina, and it was always frustrating, and in this Missouri agreement it is also frustrating to me that there is, from my view, broad misinterpretation of what the agreement is and what it is not. So, again, what I want to do over the next few minutes is to give you some factual information about how we as the team clearly interpret the charge that the state has made to us relative to this agreement. And then I'm going to give you a very concise overview of how we make our decisions and what those decisions are, where we have come in the last 10 years, and where we are currently now. Okay, again, these individuals have all been introduced to you, but I want to again put this slide up because each of us has an affiliation with a university. But we, the members of the team, we do not represent the universities in this process. Each of us were appointed in 1999 by the circuit judge that had oversight of this case. So we feel that we are appointees of the state in this case. We are independent and objective in this process. We do not, yes, we are agents of the state through this appointment, so to speak, but we do not consider ourselves advocates for the state or advocates for PSF. We clearly do not consider ourselves adversaries to the state or adversaries to PSF. We view this as a cooperative agreement to reach goals. And I will sincerely say that yes, we have had some bumps in the road, but overall, the cooperation that we have gotten from the state, from the Attorney General's office, from the Department of Natural Resources, and from PSF in this process has been overwhelmingly positive. And I think that there have been accomplishments made. I think that there are some things that have to be still accomplished to get to where we want to go. But we have had outstanding cooperation in this process.